here's where we're at on the wrecker. I didn't film it, but we bolted the diff in today and got the U-bolts brand new. One thing I had to do was elongate the holes in that top plate just slightly, because this is a 4-inch tube and the old one was 3.5. That's the reason we had to have new U-bolts. Pretty much bolting in. Other than that, all I have to do is hook one brake line up and then bleed the brakes and figure out a shock mount, which I'm not sure about yet, because I'm still seriously considering airbagging this truck. But anyway, there it is. And it's got shorter tires on the back than it does on the front, but still sets level due to the increase in leaf springs. And I did have the beast running today, and by the beast I mean that thing, and it is damn sure a beast. Mid-80s Chevy 1-ton. It was a wrecker. It's one this boom come off of, and it donated the rear tires and wheels too. So let me give you a walk around and show you what happens to the frames and whatnot around here when it comes to salt. Look at that. That's mainly undercoating peeling off the frame on this thing. You can see a big front, looks like a probably snowplow mount welded to the frame, needs to be cut off. But it's just rust everywhere you look. Then it gets better. Look at this. This is the frame. And it's got a piece here welded on. Looks like some bigger bubblegum shit like I do. And as you can see, I can take my scaler, knock 100 pounds off of this truck. Cross member there's rotted out. Back of the cab's junk. It's just a piece of crap. Look at inside that frame, they got angle iron in there. Rust just dangling in here. I'd say this is finally what put the thing off the road. It broke the U-bolt and then twisted the frame, and bottom of the spring mounts rusted completely out. I don't know what's keeping it from tearing out there. A good load would break it. See there? Just riddled with rust. So if we use this truck, basically take a torch, hack it off right there, and recreate the frame rails. That's probably your only real option. I've done it. I've fixed worse, believe it or not, or just as bad. I fixed one time with a broken half right here. I put a dump bed on a 1/2-ton Dodge truck and drove it around. I fixed a Toyota one time as a broken half. But anyway, just showing you, if you're not, look here, look at that lovely. You can hide a 12-pack of beer or whatever in there. We used to run demolition derbies big time. My sons were younger. And I'll show you something you can do. I had one of these same trucks with an inline 6-cylinder in it, and you can get a cooler full of icy beverages on both sides of this engine compartment and get the hood shut. You know, it's illegal to drink alcohol and be on the fairgrounds or demolition derby, whatever, but back in the day, I may or may not have partook in alcoholic beverages, which I don't hardly ever do anymore. But anyway, just for you inquisitive out there, you can get a cooler in here. If you move the heater hoses up, you can get a pretty good sized Coleman heater or cooler in here, and you just prop it up just right and keep it off the exhaust manifolds. Actually want to go on both sides if you're careful. A few tarp straps and a couple bags of ice, and you can be the happiest guy at the fairgrounds. So probably need to hook the brake line up. I don't know if I'll do that tonight on this thing. I guess the drive shaft, I called them today. It's supposed to be done this week, which that's what I heard last week. But anyway, I told them it wasn't a big hurry, and that's my fault. So can't really complain. They're nice guys and they do a good job. So one big bummer, big new hydraulic cylinder. You can't see it right now, but the hydraulic cylinder that telescopes the wheel lift in and out is dripping. And I paid enough to get those 2 cylinders rebuilt on that wheel lift that I could have bought new ones almost. And the guy quoted me a price, and I went back and get them, and it was over double. He said he had to put a rod in one of them and yada yada. And you know, I don't complain. The man does good work. I don't complain, I just pay it. But anyway, I got one dripping, and not happy about it. I'll have to get a hold of him and see what he says. The problem is, it is absolutely a bitch to get out. So hopefully, you know, it'll heal itself, which is, you know, not gonna happen. But I'm pretending so I don't have to tear it apart right now. But anyway, that's where we're at. The deck of that is 90% of the way done. It's not the prettiest thing I ever built, but it'll work. And those are just covers, so we're gonna put acorn nuts on them. I welded those bolts, are a little long on there. Take a cut-off wheel and cut them off flush with the nut. Back the nut off, and then you know you're right with the acorn nut. So you wouldn't have to do that, but wouldn't be gouging on the end of them bolts, and it'd look a little better. So that's the plan on that. When we get done all the aluminum work on this truck, we'll go around every seam with that silver silicone, just aluminum colored silicone, and seal up that gaps around that taillight housing and stuff. And you know, it ain't perfect, but it'll work. So thanks for watching, and have a good day.